What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Marie Fredriksson, and we're returning to her 1985/86 album, The Seventh Wave. I remembered this time to skip over the next tune, which I had already reacted to as part of the Best Of compilation, which I believe was translated to The Best Day. And the next track in the playlist, apparently, or at least according to Google Translate, means believe in misses. Now, maybe that's an overly literal translation, maybe there's a more idiomatic way to read it, but again, it's in Swedish, so I won't be able to know in the moment what the more appropriate translation is. On the surface of it, believing in someone can take a couple different forms. You could talk about believing in someone as in accepting whether something is true or not, but belief can also be about support or conviction that someone has the wherewithal to do something. I believe in them. I know they'll get it done. So if it is a more direct translation or a more reasonable translation from Google Translate, I feel like either one could be likely. Again, if there's an account about something, or rather if there's two different accounts about some event or some experience, you could believe one person versus believing the other person, maybe believe in Mrs. and not believe in Mr. But if it's about believing in a more supportive way or trying to give someone your backing in terms of what you expect to happen, it would be a different story entirely. So either way, I look forward to reading the comments. Let's hear the Sonics. This is Marie Fredriksson. The tune, at least according to Google Translate, means believe in Mrs., and it's from her 1985/86 album, The Seventh Wave. Really sounds like Heartache. fade out, sort of repeating the same measure, and it was a more gradual one. But toward the end of the track, I really started to notice that constant bass line, that rapid or like double time bass pulse. So yeah, sonically some really interesting details. We had that little organ riff way high up in the track. There was that solo which felt like it was both a guitar and a keyboard at the same time. Some of those chords felt like, wait, is that really a guitar? Or like, is there an effect on it? Or is it a keyboard playing with a guitar? So yeah, the solo section was very interesting because at first I thought it was clearly a guitar, and then I thought I heard keyboard, and then it was like, wait, but is that the same chord? Like, so don't quite know what that was. But some really cool layering of her voice, the echoed. At first I thought the echoed part was the chorus, but then maybe the chorus, or not the chorus, the title. But then I thought maybe the next line was actually the title phrase. Either way, it definitely had some really powerful vocal moments from Marie. And again, I like the way some of the lines were layered Marie vocals over each other or following each other. And yeah, it felt like a very heartfelt tune, so again, believe if that is indeed the verb in question. I feel like maybe it could be more about believing in someone in a supportive sense and maybe not so much about trusting the veracity of the words they've said. But regardless of that, I think it's again an example of one of the things about her music is that there always feels to be a lot of emotion, so even if I can't understand the words, I can feel some of the heart behind the tune. And indeed, there was that word that came around 3 or 4 times where it really sounded like heartache, but obviously that could be a different word and it just has a sonic similarity, independent meaning. But yeah, I felt the emotion of the tune, even if I don't know what that emotion is. And yeah, ultimately, when I go through her Swedish language material, I obviously lean heavily on the folks commenting in terms of the meaning and the themes, but it is an enlightening or eye-opening experience to go through music where you're working at a disadvantage, and yet somehow when you finish the track, you feel like you understood something in terms of what is trying to be conveyed. So I think it's a note in the tune and Marie's favor that her music in a language I don't speak can still convey something like that. So, in any case, curious to hear what people have to say about this one. Let me know, and I will see you next time. Peace.